So today we are going to develop the API. But first we need to provide the application an instance of MongoDB. And the quickest way, in my opinion, is to use Docker Compose. So I have the Docker Compose file ready here. It's nothing groundbreaking. So we also have API proxy, but that is the subject of another video when we develop with the Angular frontend. But here, focus on the Mongo wallet here. This is the MongoDB 5 instance. You can use 6 without any significant difference in the case of this application. So let me walk you through the image. We restart always. We have container name and this map to the port. This port is on the host, this my machine, because I have some other MongoDB instance running. So we need to use this port to avoid conflict. And we have the Mongo environment file here. And this is this file. And where we have the environment variables. So we have wallet user, wallet password, and also the database. So that is all we need to have to start this. So you can do Docker Compose up, or I have my IDE here. I click here just to start. Okay, started. And to verify, Docker PS, and obviously 10 seconds ago, exactly the port. The next thing we need to do is to configure the Mongo configuration with our API. So here I'm going to paste the configuration for simplicity. So we're going to this is under Spring Data. So okay, so you can see that we have the database, username, password, host, and port here. And where do we store this? These are the environment variable. We don't store login credentials or sensitive information in our code, because that would be very dangerous. Okay, so where do I store this? I store this in an environment file, which is this local.environment file here. So later, this is the bucket I'm storing. The bucket I'm using in S3, so we will also store it here. So it is an environment file. We don't add it to the Git. And on the server, we also use this to deploy our application. So we have the configuration here ready. And in IntelliJ, you need to have this plugin enabled to load this environment file. So let me show you. So go to settings and plugin, and you need to have this env file here. This is the plugin you need. Okay, and go back to our application. I'm going to edit this configuration to have enable env file, and select the, let me see, where are we? Main? No, this is yep. So this is main. Okay, resource deployment. Okay, that's it. And you click on OK. Now we are going to restart this application and see if Spring Boot still complain about the missing MongoDB, and you see that it is gone. successfully connected with you see, this is the port. This is Spring Boot has been successfully connected to MongoDB. So another thing, this is not ready. We need to add another configuration class. Let's call it config configuration, and we need to enable Mongo repositories here. And yeah, we probably not to have to add the base packages here, but just to add it for sure, right? But we haven't got any repositories here. Let's quickly create the repositories package. Repositories, and it's green. Okay, so the package is valid. And also later we need to have the created date auto generated for us, so we need to enable Mongo auditing, and that's it. That's all we need to do to have Mongo support in this project. So let's restart the application again to make sure it works. And okay, that works. Now we're ready to create our first API. So we're going to create the model first. So we have, as mentioned in the first video of this series, we have wallet and transaction. So that is exactly the main models we have in this application. So I'm going to create a new package to store the models. Okay, and also wallet. Okay, so this is the wallet model. I'm going to have a document, of course, and the collection would be wallets, obviously, and I will include getter and setter using Lombok. So the getter and setter would generate the getter and setter for me without me have to generate the getter and setter for the fields. So what do we need in this wallet? Obviously we need an ID, private string ID, obviously. Okay, and the wallet need to have an owner ID. This is the ID of the user in auth0. So that is the subject. Yeah, subject in for example you use keycloak, that would be the subject. Okay, so okay, and wallet would have a title or name. So a private string title, private string description. Yes, we need a description, and we can have a balance. And the wallet, what kind of currency we're storing? It is a cryptocurrency wallet, or this is a fiat money wallet. So we have currency. Okay, and also, as mentioned before, we have created date here. Private local date time, created date, and that is it. Also, we need this class to implement serializable. Okay, so that is conclude our wallet. Now let's create the repository to persist this to the database. So as said, we have the repository here, so that would be an interface. So wallet stories. Okay, actually this is not, should be singular repository. Okay, so this would extend Mongo repository. Yep, and the T that will be wallet, and the ID would be string. So in this format. Okay, and what operation we need on this wallet, other than the default support by Mongo repository, would be the CRUD operation. So we need to find all wallets by owner ID, right? So you want to have wallets by the owner. So we need to have a page. You don't want to select all, but you need to have paging, because if you have a lot of documents, and this would affect your performance. So it's best practice to never select all, regardless of what database you use. So wallet, and we have file. So Spring Data MongoDB has this nice feature that you can write a file by and with the field name, and you can pass in the field name to search for that. But if you need some more complex operation, you would do with the query annotation or with Mongo template. Okay, so file O by owner ID. Okay, that's great. So this is the pageable. And another thing that is we need to find a wallet by owner ID and ID. So this is like a safeguard method that to make sure that the owner, the caller of the API is owner of the wallet ID. So for example, when deleting a wallet, then you need to make sure that the caller is the owner of the wallet. If not, then anyone can delete other people's wallets, which is not something you want. Okay, so obviously optional wallet. Okay, let's see, file by owner ID and ID. Okay, string. Yeah, and that is all we need to have in this wallet repository. So let's continue with creating the service. This is where the CRUD operation happens. So we can add our logic to safeguard some actions. So for example, we need to, for example, before saving the wallet, we need to insert the current user, right? So later we can find the user, the user with that wallet. Okay, so let's create a services package. So you wonder what the reason that I create these packages: config, controller, modules, repository, and services. So this is kind of a convention. So some people may follow that, some people may not follow that. And some people say this is bad, but I don't know. It serves me well. So let's create the wallet service. Okay. Oh, one more thing. I need to annotate this with repository. So the Spring will notice is a bin, so it will inject that for us. So that is dependency injection repository. Yeah. And what service would be service? Yeah. Same reason you need to annotate the repository with repository. Okay. So in this service, we need to have some dependencies, like the wallet repository, and let's create. Let's inject private final wallet repository. Okay. And normally you need to create a constructor for this, but there's a nice Lombok annotation to do this for you without you polluting your class with constructor. So require constructor, and the error is gone. Okay, So before we continue with wallet service, we need to create somehow get the user ID, right? So we don't manage the user, but we delegate that to auth0. So there must be a way to get the user ID from the token, right? Because the user will send the token to the endpoints, and we need to extract the ID from that token. So let's create a convenient helper class, helper service called current user service, and make sure to annotate with service. Okay. And this one has only one method. That would be string public string get current user ID. And first of all, we need to get the authentication from the security context holder. So authentication. Okay. So that's it. So if authentication is null, sometimes it's null, right? So if we need to, because if the user is not logged in, probably this one is null. So if authentication null, then we need to throw some exception. Yeah, user not authenticated. And we check if user is authenticated, then we return the authentication get name. This is actually the user ID, it's the token. And otherwise, yeah, so that's it. This is a simple method. If a user is not authenticated, then an exception is thrown. I know illegal argument exception is correct or sensible, but you can throw a runtime exception, or you create a new business exception. That is your choice. Now go back to our wallet service. So let's inject private final current user service, and okay, we're ready to create the wallet. Okay, so let's create the first method, public wallet. Yep. Okay, so we don't create a new wallet here, but actually it will be sent to the API from the front end. So we have wallet here, and we need to have some checking. So if the wallet, we need to ensure that the wallet is not null. Okay, so wallet title is not null if wallet title null, or wallet title is empty, then we throw some exception. Okay, wallet title is required. Okay, and the wallet need to have currency, right? If we don't have, the user doesn't support, doesn't provide a currency, then we need to, for example, it depends on your choice. So you either throw an exception, ask the user to provide the currency, or you just throw an exception, or you can provide the default. I will provide the default here. Wallet get currency no, and we have wallet set currency to USD, and that's it. And finally, need to set the owner of the wallet, because you cannot trust the front end to provide the owner. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, and finally return wallet repository and save. This will create the wallet. Okay, and I think that I just need to don't need to create wallet, because we are in wallet service. obviously that is create wallet. Okay, so next we are going to have the update method. Okay, so public wallet update wallet. So what do we need to check here? We need to check the title. Obviously, probably we need to extract this to a validate method, but also we need to check if the current user is the owner of the wallet, right? So okay, so this is the safe checking method here. Okay, let me extend this. So find by owner ID and ID. So the owner ID get by, let's try get by this one, and the wallet ID. So if it's not found, then we say that wallet not found. Otherwise, we need to save the wallet here. But there's another problem here, that if the user passing in the wrong author ID, then that would cause some serious problem. So to safeguard that, okay, so I need to set owner, just to make sure. Okay, then we can update it. Okay, next we have the method to get the wallet by ID. So this is the simple wallet get string wallet ID. So we just need to have this, right? Wallet ID. Need to find wallet ID. Okay, so you can just return this. Okay, and that's done. So the final method in this are not really final, but that would be the delete. Let's complete the CRUD operation with the delete void delete string wallet ID. So let's not delete it directly, but yeah, this is smart. We need to find if the current user is the owner and the wallet repository. We need to delete that only after we found the wallet is owned by the current user. So that is the delete method. And later, when we have transaction, we need to clean up the transactions inside that wallet before deleting the wallet. Okay, and that's another method, that is to list the wallets. Okay, so the method here, get all find all by owner ID. So we are going to have that. So that would be the list method. But before that, I need to introduce a new class to return the paging response, a simpler paging response. So let's go to model, and I'm going to create a new module. This is kind of a helper module. It's not a model. It's not something we persist into the database. It's page response, and this one would use generic, so you can return both transaction or wallet or any other documents. So that with T. So implement serializable. Okay, and we have this private list. Okay, wow. Okay, exactly. Thank you, Copilot. So we have the data here, and the page that would be page index. The size is the number of record per page, and the total pages here. That would mean the total number of pages in the database. I mean, given the page and the size. and the total elements here. This is total elements in database. So with this, this one need to I need to have builder, add a builder, so it to be more convenient for us to view the response. And let me introduce a new annotation. This would have the getter and setter for us. So let's go back to the wallet service. Okay, so let's create the list method. So we're going to public. Okay, I don't want to do this, but yeah, okay. So this page response here. So let me walk you through. We need to first file by owner ID. So we get the owner ID by current user, current ID, and the page and the size here. This will be passed by the front end when we make call to the API. So that would be the pagination you see in the first video when I demo the working app. So we have a page request, a page and size here, and finally we have, this is the builder pattern. So we have the builder here passing the data, get content, yes, get number, get size, and that's it. That is all in the wallet service we need to do. And let's go ahead and complete the wallet controller. So let's delete this test controller because we don't need it anymore. And what do we have here? That would be the CRUD operation. So first of all, the get wallet by ID. So we have get mapping. Nope. That would be ID. Okay. So public wallet get. Okay. So that would be this one, but old one is the. This would be the path variable. So path variable string ID. Yeah. So this is the ID. So since the name here match here, so we don't need to do extra configuration. So simply we need to call the wallet service get ID here. So let private final wallet service. Yeah. And you may already know how to solve this. Either you create a constructor passing this, or let Lombok do the require constructor here. So let's just return wallet service get ID, and that is the first endpoint, right? The next endpoint would be the list. So another get mapping, get mapping, and I don't know. No, this one doesn't have anything, right? If you provide the ID, then that would be get single. If you don't, then that will list. So here, what do we have? We return public page response wallet and call this the list. Okay, so we need to return. Okay, we need to return the list here. So obviously we need to pass the page and the size. So that would be request name of page. Okay, default value, that would be the first page. And also this is the size. Default value would be 10. So size. Okay. So yeah, obviously we have the list method ready, and that's it. Now let's start with let's continue with the create operation. So that we post mapping and public wallet. Yeah, and we since this is the CRUD, you want to return 201, right? So you can do that with response status here. Status HTTP created. Yeah, exactly. So if you don't have this will return 200. So probably not the convention, REST API convention. So yeah, this would return 201 instead of 200. And now we have the put mapping to update. So also put mapping, yeah, response stated. It doesn't, because this would return 200. It's okay. And also finally the delete mapping. The mapping, you would return some endpoint like 204, right? Delete mapping with ID, of course. And yeah, so you may want to have this, I don't know, deleted, no, not found 204, no content. Yeah, because it's deleted. Let me see. 204. So you delete that, then there's no content anymore. Something like that. So this is purely convention, but you can follow or not. That is your choice. And with that, we concluded the CRUD operation API for the wallet. So this video is quite long, so I'm going to split this API into 2 videos. So we stop this video here, and I see you in the next one. Thank you.